Interview the 2015 Stateline Speedway late model champion.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How do you feel about that?
You know, it's definitely a good thing for us. It's prideful for us. I know it's kind of a big deal to get our name on the board over there. We hadn't really thought about it early in the year, and it kind of worked out. And it's great that the place reopened back up, and we were able to kind of get the championship, feel like we earned it. We started racing. We were 15 years old. I started racing 15 years old. Started in a street stock. My dad had raced for years. Raced with him.
Your dad was?
Your dad was involved. Freedom Raceway.
His name was?
Bob Oaks. Yep. Okay. And raced with him. And then as we got a little older, I started to buy my first street stock. We bought it 15 years old. Had no money. Had nothing. He had an old tilt bed. We hauled it on the tilt bed up to Freedom Raceway every week. Raced up there for years and years. Probably 6-8 years before we ever went to another racetrack. Then we started to race more, started to win races, started to be more competitive, moved into the E-Mod class. Ran the E-Mod class for a number of years. Most people remember running that as well as anything. Won quite a few championships in the class and traveled with the class, and then just kind of decided we wanted to do something different, and got into the late model division. And a car came up for sale, and we bought our first late model. It had a blown motor in it. And we bought our first late model for $10,000 with a bad motor, and took the motor out. Turned out it needed a crank and a block and a whole lot of work, but we were able to round up some money. We did some fundraising stuff and got our first late model together. So that was kind of how we got started with that.
And how long have you been in late models?
This is our fourth or fifth year in late models. Yep.
Was there a steep learning curve between E-Mods to late models?
I think that in the beginning we really struggled with understanding how the setup on the late model worked, and we'd been in 3-bar cars our entire time with the E-Mod stuff. That was kind of before the 4-bar bar stuff, and we just didn't know enough about the 4-bar car, and we were really struggling with it. And we had actually decided that we were going to switch chassis brands. We were going to go from a Rocket to we talked about going to a laser chassis, just because we thought we could get some more help and stuff. And then I got hooked up with Chubb, and we went down and scaled the car there and got the car better, got the car to work for us, and then really came out strong after that. Qualified for the Fall Fest race at Challenger and run like 4th or 5th at McKean with it, when we were typically a lap car before that. And I think we were the only guys at Challenger that were partying after the heat race. Actually made the show. And it was like $2,500 to start, $22,000 to win, so it was a big deal for us. I mean, we were used to, a lot of times getting toll money, so it was a big deal.
Can you pinpoint one specific thing that Chubb was able to help you with?
Well, he was able to help. First thing he did is worked on the car quite a bit for us and got things the way that they needed to be on the car and fix the things that we had messed up, and get everything right to where things were in the right holes and the right springs in the car and the right wedge and the right ride heights and all that kind of stuff, and got us a good baseline setup, and then got us going from there. And then as years went on, we established a relationship with Rocket, and now we work real close with Rocket as far as setup and things like that. And they treat us real good. Steve Baker down to Rocket, I talked to him quite a bit. He's quick to give us information, help us, get us going in the right direction. And now we've kind of gotten to the point where we try to do our own thing, and either I talk to Steve or just do what we think we need is best for the race car. And this is kind of the first year we've kind of really focused on just doing what we do, not what everybody else is doing or what everybody else has got going on. And this year we just do kind of what we think that we need to do to make our car right, and it's worked out for us.
I see you're usually parked near Robbie and Max.
Yes.
You guys have a relationship?
Yeah, we get along well. We have family. Brandy is family, Max's girlfriend. And yeah, we get along with them guys well. A lot of the families, typically everybody's camping here and things like that, so we typically all hang out together. And a lot of people think that maybe me and Max, my car's never been scaled at Max's car has never been scaled at mine place. It's not that we don't share information, but our cars are completely different setups. Mine and Max's cars are very, he's kind of got his own thing going on, I got my own thing going on. We share a little bit of information, but for the most part, his race car setup is nothing to my race car setup. He's never been at the house when we scaled my car, and I've never been to his house. We've been back and forth between his place and our place as far as buddies and hanging out and drinking beers or whatever, but like I say, most of the racing stuff is done. If I need a little advice, I'll go to him. If he needs a little advice, he'll come to us. So it works out well.
What are you using for an engine, and what's your shock program?
We use Integra shocks. We've had real good luck with Integra shocks. I use Integra because I feel that's what Josh uses, and that's what most of the Rocket house guys use that follow the series. So we choose to use Integra shocks just because of that reason. If I'm going to go to Rocket for help, I feel like I should be on Integra shocks. And I think the Genesis, Rob and Max have good luck with their Genesis stuff, and they get the help from VAR that they need for there too. So you build a relationship with somebody, and you kind of got to run what they have. As far as my engine stuff, I have Bill Campbell, a local guy in Dansville, rebuild all of our engines. I have a Pro Power engine and I have a custom engine. Both motors were built by Custom and Pro Power, and then he does all my freshening work and all my work on the engines if we have any problems on them.
Now, you live in Franklinville, correct?
Yes.
You probably travel as much or more than anybody around here just to get to Stateline and Erie Speedway.
Yes, we do. This is about an hour and 15 minutes for us. Stateline Erie's is just shy of 2 hours for us. So we do, yeah. And I got a great group of people. All my guys work on Mondays. We get a great group of guys that go with us and help us. And it's just, we have a lot of fun with a lot of good people involved with our crew. We took on the Sons of the American Legion this year as a sponsorship deal. Great group of people. They're so proud of what we've been able to do as far as winning the championship here. I think we've raced 31 times and got 26 top 5 finishes this year. So it's been a phenomenal year. But I believe we have 9 second places and 1 win. So it's as good a year as it's been a little frustrating as far as not being able to get to the winner's circle.
But you know yourself, Greg, if you're in the top 2 or 3, you're that far away from being a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
You've elevated your program where you're one of the guys that's the favorite every night, no matter where you go.
Right, exactly. And we went down in West Virginia and raced at Tyler County and run second in the 5,000 to win race, and we went to Hilltop and ran second in the 5,000 to win race against some of the best guys in the country. Some of the guys that were there, it was actually funny. They interviewed the top 3 of us in Victory Lane, and Tim Dome came up to me, and he had won the race, and I had fought him real hard for the win, and he says, "Son, I don't know who you are or where you're from, but you need to go home." So I thought that was kind of comical,
that's awesome.
So we had a lot of fun with that. But we were able to run second and fourth there in both of them races, and they were both 5,000 win races. So
what's the rest of the year going to be like for Greg Oaks Racing?
It's kind of winding down for us. We got here, and we still got a shot at winning the Little Valley Championship. We're 2 points out of the first behind Mike Knight there. And we're hoping it don't rain tomorrow, so at least we can race for it and see what we got. And we've got that, and we've got the 2-day show at Erie, and we've got the one that we're probably going to do at McKean County. And then if there's some stuff in Ohio that we can catch, we enjoy going out to Ohio and racing. If it's within 5 to 7 hours of us, we'll usually go do it. But any more than that, we're going to go down to Charlotte and watch, but it's just too expensive to go race and too hard on our engines and stuff like that.
Sure. So. What's 2016 look like for you?
2016 looks like it's going to be some of the same as far as we plan on running here. We plan on running regional anywhere in the Northeast as far as, anything within 6 hours that pays, the better we run, the more we're going to travel. Obviously, you go to the bigger races if you're running strong. If you're struggling, you stay more local. So if we're strong, we'll travel more and do more of the big money races. And if we're struggling, then we'll tend to stay more close to home.
Well, again, congratulations, Greg. Your name's going on the board. 60 years of Stateline Speedway. And there's a lot of big dogs on that board.
Yeah,
now you're one of them.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't feel like a big dog. I don't know if I belong with them names, but it's been a real good year for us and a real consistent year for us. And it's so fun to do this with my kid week in and week out. And we have a lot of fun together. And I'm trying to progress him, and I'm hoping that we can take him to that next level too and get him some top 10s going into next season and things like that too. So.
Yep. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.